Hey, well, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Fucking finally back into these videos, no? Jesus Christ, I was a slack bastard for a while there. Sorry again for that, but life just got busy, that's all. So, I'm trying to keep it short. Got a few things to show you after this, a few little purchases that I have made to try and improve my brewing. Certainly seems at the moment that everyone is getting into their water and chemistry and what have you, and I'm on the same wicket. So, but first, you saw the jackpot of a beer mail haul that I got from my man Les from Two Hands Brewing. Thanks again, Les. I'm going to crack one of these. We've had some stonking hot weather here lately because spring is in the air. Since temperature's up there, I thought I'm going to kick it off with an American Pale Ale. Not any old Pale Ale. Death Proof Pale Ale. Looking sweet, man. I love the labels, dude. They're fucking excellent, actually. Late hopped session APA with mango, mint, chili, and lemon juice. Jesus, Les. Making my mouth water, genuinely, dude. Genuinely making my mouth water. It sounds perfect for a hot spring, summer day. Yeah, mango, mint, chili, and lemon juice. Crystal clear in the bottle. Crystal clear, man. This is these are all off the keg, so carved off the keg, which I'm keen to see because wow, I struggle a little with getting the carbonation right off the keg. So just a little Hess. Obviously, actually there's that little fluff in the bottom there, but I'm guessing that's from all those adjuncts, eh? When you've gone and put that much stuff in there, you're going to get a bit. So Les, you know what I'm realising? I need to invest in some decent glassware, you know. I got a Stein, I've got a couple of, you know, just genuine glasses, and but nothing that I can fit a good, there's a sweet 500 mils in either, so I'll do my best. This is in my wife's bridesmaid's glass. I'm sorry, Les, I'm not doing your beer justice. Now, lovely golden colour. I hope that's coming up on the camera alright. God, my mouth is watering. You wouldn't believe it. Beautiful colour. Not a crazy amount of carbonation on that one. Just a few big bubbles cruising up through there. Not a lot of head on that, but I didn't give it too much of a vigorous pour. I got a bit left in the bottle, so I might top that up with a bit more in a minute. And, beautiful colour, and as I said, super clear. That is super crystal clear, man. Jeez. I think Les might gelatin all of these, actually. He didn't say that, but I think I've seen it on his video, so. Oh, and the smell. Juicy. Really juicy, actually. The mango is just coming right through there. Not too much mint, and not too much chili on the nose, but definitely the mango almost coming off as orangey a little at the moment. Alright, well, I am a bit of a fan of APAs, so let's give it a crack. Wow, that is a really interesting beer. You know, from the nose, I thought I was going to get, even though it's not overpowering, I thought I was going to get a little more mango taste to that. But once you taste into it, the chili is what's there. Really well done with the chili, man. I like that. It's really, it's not a kick. It's a warm feeling at the back of the palate there. So you get a very subtle mango followed up by just this warming sensation, slowly warming onto your palate. Well done, man. I don't get the mint. I don't get the mint or the lemon juice. Mind you, I've served this pretty cold, which just seemed appropriate, to be honest. I imagine if this warms up a little bit, you're going to get that warmth of the chilies even a little bit more, but it's not the right time of year to be doing that. Wow, that is really nice, really smooth, really smooth. I haven't done any chili beers yet. I've had a few in my time, and they're making me a little nervous to try and have a crack at making one of these, but that is really good. Curious what chilies you use for that, Les. How do you go with the chilies? I see Death Metal Brewing. If I've got that wrong, I'll put it on the screen. He's done a lot of chili beers lately, and he goes fucking crazy with the chilies in there. But they are big, giant chilies, not what I call a chili, a pepper. He calls them pepper beers, actually. So, and this is quite subtle. So, you know, I grow a lot of bird's eyes. I don't think you chuck too many bird's eye chilies in there. Fuck me, that'd kick your ass. But I like me a jalapeno. That is quite thirst quenching, actually. Just like that. Hot day. Carbonation is just about gone, actually. It's probably the only thing. This is 4.5%, so that's perfect sessionable beer. Actually, it's there. You give it a shake, and you get a lot of little fine bubbles, and a nice little head just pops up. So, kind of actually works pretty well on this. I don't mind APAs either way. I don't mind them sometimes when they're really carbonated. I don't know if that's actually in the style, but this is also very enjoyable the way it is, especially with that warming. That is really excellent. Well, all right, Les, that's the first one cracked, man. And if that's a taste of things to come, delicious, delicious, man. Death Proof APA. Late hopped sessioned APA with mango, mint, chili, and lemon juice. Wow, man. Maybe you want to chuck in the comments, Les. I'd love to know how much mango is that. That's I'm guessing if that's a 5-gallon batch, like 19-20 litres. Mango puree, and the chili is what's really got me curious, because that's just a really subtle chilliness that's on there, man. Maybe the mint is there, very subtly in the background, actually. It's like you can almost smell it, almost taste it. But that chili, wicked. Alright, cheers again, brother. Cheers, guys. So, following on from here is just, like I said, a little bit about a couple of new bits and bobs that I've bought, and one little tweak that I did to my brew kettle. It's nothing that amazing, just I just wanted to put it in there for just to give Hapless Ginger Brew a bit of cheek. Since I'm back and all. Alright. Cheers, guys. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. See ya. So, in the theme with everyone trying to get a little bit more technological about their water chemistry, I invested in electronic pH meter. So this one, it's called a Key Didal. I don't know what that is. If it doesn't focus here, I'll try and put a screenshot into it right now. Now, I had a bit of a concern about buying a electronic pH meter. In Australia here, we can get them on eBay for like $10. These little yellow rectangular ones. They really look like a cheap and nasty piece of crap. I see a lot of people using them on videos, but you know, the old theory, pay what you get, what you pay for. They just looked pretty nasty to me, and I didn't know if I could even trust them anyway. You know, they may be as good as pH strips, I'm not sure. But so I didn't go down that route. Watched a bunch of videos. For me, it seems you can go like as cheap as that, $10, and you can go right up to the other spectrum where you're paying $200 or $300 for one. So I kind of went middle of the range with this sucker. It was about $80. Hard to read many reviews about them online. I think because they are still made in China, and maybe the same factory produces a bunch of them that come out with different brand names. I'm sure that happens. Anyway, it comes with temperature compensation, although I'm not going to really rely on that. I'm going to chill my samples back down to normal range before I test the pH. So room temperature, I guess, is what I'm going to use. Came with some calibrating solutions, 3 calibrating solutions. One of the things I saw out there, some come only with 2, some come with 3. I tended to think that the more ranges that you calibrate your instrument at, hopefully the more accurate it's going to be. So this, I think, is at somewhere around something like 2, 4 and 9, I think. So then I picked myself up some little jars. I'll show you those here, 250ml jars, which I can just mix the solution into, store them closed, and I've got those solutions there. Hopefully they'll last for a while, because that is one thing to consider, is the cost of those solutions to buy. Once I run out of these, I'm going to have to go and buy some more. It's not terrible, but I think you do need to keep these calibrated. This one comes with a cool little cap that you can put on the end to keep this little probe wet. What I'm not sure about, apparently these probes are supposed to be replaceable. They do screw off on the end here. At the moment I haven't seen where you can buy that probe, so I don't know. That was partly why I was hesitating, but didn't really want to go and spend the $300 just yet. I thought I'll start middle of the range, see how this goes. Fingers crossed it lasts and works. Calibrated all pretty good. The only catch I had was the batteries went flat straight away. It's supposed to auto switch off. Don't know if it did. It has now. It did it right, but the batteries went flat. I replaced the batteries and it worked fine again. So hopefully that lasts. So let's try and get a little bit more scientific. So looking forward to my next brew later today, so I can put that baby to test, to use, and hopefully get my mash pH a little more accurate. So while I was doing that, I typically just use a hydrometer for my testing, which is all cool, but I got myself a refractometer as well. It is just really nice to be able to grab your samples and look through that much quicker than messing around with the hydrometer, particularly with your wort as it's going, as you're boiling and mashing and see what you're going with. I think so far it's been cool to play around with that. Now you've got great softwares like Beersmith and stuff like that, the calculators in there, where you can just punch the readings in and the temperature of your wort, and bingo, you can make adjustments to refractometers and hydrometers for that matter. Makes life pretty easy. So anyway, hopefully these are 2 little instruments that are going to make my brewing life a little more accurate, maybe a little bit more repeatable, and certainly a little easier. So the last thing I got was this good old book. I see all of you blokes out there talking about the bloody Bible. Took me a while to figure out which book was the actual Bible, because you wouldn't show the book, you'd just refer to it as the Bible. And I Google beer brewing Bible and a shitload of books come up. Anyway, got the Greg Hughes book. Looks like a pretty cool book actually. Not too much about the science, like it's all pretty much the very basics of that, but I guess the recipes is what everyone's talking about. So you can see the tags in there. I've already got my list of brews. To be honest, I already put one down. I did the Czech Pilsner from out of here, as close to it as I could. What's that one on page 90? We're all coming into summer here, blokes. So I'm looking for some nice light lagers, crisp lagers to drink. So so I followed that one. Pretty much nailed it in terms of IBUs, but in terms of my gravity readings and stuff like that, following that. So worked pretty good. So thanks for the recommendations and talking about the Bible. I've got one now, so I know what you're talking about. Yeah, should be cool. I think next book is a book on water. So unless our mate Tony Yates just keeps pumping out those awesome videos of like he did with that water one. If you haven't seen his water video yet, I'm sure most of you have, because I've been so slack putting out videos. But that was awesome. That was taking these homebrew videos to another level. I was like, wow, maybe stop pumping out so much drunken rubbish and concentrate on that stuff. Cheers, Tony. That was really, really awesome. Anyway, all right, let's go to the shed and I will show you the other mods I've made. Cheers. Now, the one other thing I just did do to the boil kettle, well, whatever you want to call that, boil kettle, oops, the only kettle for my brew and bag system was fit a sight glass. I didn't want to do a video because I thought that would just destroy Graham. It probably took me 10 minutes to fit it. Drilled the hole in maybe 30 seconds. One drill bit, well, one hole saw, not a spade bit, not a step bit, just a purpose built tungsten tipped hole saw for cutting stainless steel. Ta-da. Look at that, fitted just a little thing at the top. And it's great. No more measuring out water with the jug and tipping it in. Just turn the hose on, fill her up to the mark, done, dusted. Fucking awesome.